Have you guys ever stopped and noticed how Apple rumors get stronger when Samsung announces a new Galaxy? Because yes, if you're planning to buy Apple products right now, there's a new report that sheds some light on how long you should wait and why. Now, even if things are getting quiet for Galaxy S22 rumors, we just got some major leaks when it comes to specs, and we might be closer to the Google Pixel 5a launch day than we thought, and I mean, too close. I'm Jaime Rivera, and can I just say Mondays have slowly become a blessing because it's lately when the news actually happen? This is Pocketnow Daily. Let's kick the week off with some official news, starting with some new information on products we got last week from Samsung. And oh, by the way, for those of you that want deals, we've decided to just add them in the description to keep this video a little shorter. Last week at Unpacked, we got two new foldables with a ton of improvements, but apparently there's another one of these that Samsung didn't really tell us about when it comes to the display, and we hear it until today for some odd reason. Sammy says that the Z Fold 3 uses a new Eco² OLED display that brings a new laminated structure that's able to reduce the light reflection from the OLED layer. With this new technology, it doesn't require a polarizing layer anymore, making the OLED panel slimmer and power efficient in the process, which, can I just say yes, it's probably why the Z Fold 3 has gotten significantly slimmer? They're claiming that this new panel is 25% more power efficient than previous generations of OLED screens, and it also allows for more light to pass through. And yes, that's what enables the under-display camera as well, by the way. Apparently, the only drawback here is that it's a little bit more complicated to manufacture, so it's probably the reason why the company decided to only add it to the most expensive smartphone. Now, even with the selfie camera not being the best, let's hope that technology makes it to other devices that are coming in the future, and hopefully they also include better battery life. Now let's shift gears onto Google and some new Pixel leaks, because why not? If you remember, the latest leaks we got from Jon Prosser claimed that the Pixel 5a series would launch on August 26th. Well, now we have a new leak from Android Police that's claiming that Google might announce this device tomorrow, August 17th, most likely by the time you watch this video. As a matter of fact, they also shared some images of components from the 5a that they got from smartphone repair shops, because you know, they get the phones first. The picture shows that we will in fact be getting the same design of the Pixel 4a 5G pretty much, with the frosted back, the dual camera array in the stove, and the circular fingerprint sensor in the middle. Now, something that is changing is, well, the bigger battery, because now it's going to be 4680 milliamp hours versus 3800 because of the difference in size. And finally, we can also see that the headphone jack is still alive, but the repair shops didn't really share any images on what we can expect for the displays, but they will most likely stay the same as the last generation. Now, the reports hint that Google might be using the Snapdragon 765G to power this phone again, and it'll be priced at $450. And due to shortages, it'll apparently be exclusive to the United States and Japan, like we're expecting for the Pixel 6 series. We'll see what we get, as this definitely is one of Google's weirdest releases ever, but we're not going to blame them because Apple does that thing. They'll keep one design for a second year, so it makes sense. Now let's move the spotlight on back to Samsung, but for products that we can expect until next year. But don't worry, I mean early next year. We haven't gotten much leaks of the S22 series other than details here and there on the camera, but nothing conclusive yet. Now we have some major leaks from Ice Universe and Tron that reveal most of the specs for Sammy's next flagship releases. Starting with Ice Universe, on a new Weibo post he mentions that the S22 will bring a 6.06-inch display and that the S22 Plus will bring a 6.55-inch display, both LTPS Full HD Plus panels running at 120Hz, so no variability. Now when it comes to the Ultra, that one will get a massive 6.81-inch LTPO display at Quad HD Plus resolution running at 120Hz, so that one is variable. And moving on to batteries, you can expect a 3800 mAh battery on the regular S22, 4600 on the Plus, and then a 5000 mAh on the Ultra. Now switching to cameras, the S22 and S22 Plus will bring a 50 megapixel main sensor, 12 megapixel ultra wide, 12 megapixel telephoto at 3x zoom. Then apparently the Ultra will retain the 108 megapixel main sensor. It will also bring a 12 megapixel ultra wide and a 12 megapixel telephoto that provides 3x optical zoom and a 12 megapixel periscopic lens at 10x optical zoom. ICE claims that the design will be a modified version of the Galaxy S21 series, so there's not much changing here. Tron actually posted these exact same leaks, but then added that it will be powered by the Exynos 2200 with the AMD's MRDNA GPU, or the Snapdragon 898, or whatever that name is going to be, with their Adreno GPU. Finally, he mentions that the RAM and the storage specifications will be the same as what we currently get with the S21, and sadly, these leaks don't mention anything on whether we'll be getting continuous zoom or not. Can I just say, is it just me, or does it sound like if this is going to be a pretty good iteration and not really something major when it comes to a change? And finally, for the hottest news today, let's talk about Apple and what we can expect in the next couple of months from them. And I literally mean couple, because it seems pretty packed. On Mark Gurman's latest newsletter, he mentions that Apple is planning to hold multiple events this fall that include a pretty stacked lineup. Mark claims that the first event will most likely happen in September for the iPhone 13 series, the third generation AirPods with the updated design and the updated iPad mini, and in addition, the Apple Watch Series 7. If you remember, last year we only got the Apple Watch and the iPads at this event due to the pandemic, so it's nice to see that we're getting less delays this time around. Now, speaking of delays, Gurman claims that the highly anticipated M1X MacBook Pros will be available by the time the current 16-inch MacBook Pro will celebrate its second anniversary, and that one was updated in November 2019, so we're not exactly sure on if this second event will happen in October, or it will be a dedicated event for Macs in November like we got last year with the M1 MacBooks. And by the way, my 16-inch MacBook Pro is still for sale, if anyone is interested. And watch my After the Buzz video that's coming soon for you to understand why. So just to recap very quickly, we can expect the new iPhones, Apple Watch, and probably some iPads in September and new MacBook Pros for November, but Gurman did mention that the iPads might come out in the November event as well. We'll see how things evolve until then. Let us know in today's question, are you excited for any particular Apple products, or are you diving into Samsung's foldables? Because seriously, the pre-order deals from Samsung are so crazy good. It's hard to resist. We'll actually link to those in the description if you're interested. But let us know what you're looking forward to in the comments. Friends, again, if you want to get the news earlier, follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. You can also follow us on social medias. Our extended coverage happens on Instagram. And follow me on my personal handles to see me actually not complain about Mondays more than often lately. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.